If you think that you need to spend thousands of dollars on Google ads to rank on the first page, you don't. And I want to give you a bunch of tips today to show you how you can do it completely for free. So before we dive in here, I just want to do a couple search terms to show you that I'm not blowing smoke. We did this for one of our clients. We've been working with them for 5 years, and this is what we were able to do for them. Niagara on the Lake remodel. Okay. So as you can see, that's my client there, Steve Built. He's number one for remodel, for renovation. He is also number one, and for contractor, he's number 3. So this was done all organically using a number of strategies that I'm going to break down for you in this video. And remember, this is all done for free. You don't have to spend any money on ads to obtain this. You can spend money on ads if you want. I'm not saying they're a bad thing. But what I am saying is that if you have a bunch of time and you don't have enough budget to put into paying to rank, you can use these strategies, start using them today. Grab a pen and piece of paper, write these down, and maybe save this video for later so you can refer back to it, so you can follow this process step by step. First things first, I am gonna just go to their page here. He has 32 Google reviews. Google wants its users to be happy. So if you can get positive 5-star Google reviews back to back to back from all of your clients, no matter what industry you're in, that's really gonna help you rank higher really, really quickly. I've actually seen a couple of other people who just used Google reviews to rank high on Google. So that's number one. And that's as simple as down in the reviews section here, there's this button, get more reviews. So you're gonna click that, and that's gonna open this up. All you're gonna do is you're gonna copy that link, you're gonna put it into an email, and you're gonna send this link out one by one to all of your past clients, and just say something very short to the point. Really enjoyed working with you. If you could leave us a positive review on Google, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's thing number one. Thing number two is writing blogs. And when you're writing blogs, you want them to be searchable. So don't think technical, don't think, theory. You want to put yourself in the headspace of who your ideal customer or client is. What are they gonna be looking for? If you're in kind of the beauty and self-care world, like people are gonna be looking for tips for beauty and self-care and nighttime skin routines. So you're gonna write blogs about stuff like that. If you're a mortgage broker, then you're gonna write blogs about things that people might be Googling that have to do with mortgages. So within these blogs, you have to figure out your keywords that you want to be using. You have to figure out your locations as well. And you have to name drop those keywords and those locations in those blogs. And I go to that same client's website, Steve Built, and we go to his blog page. You can see the titles of these blogs, they're searchable and they're keyword heavy. So 5 signs it's time for a whole home remodel, building your dream home in Niagara, why custom is worth it. So we're thinking of things that people might be looking up. And then, when you go into the blog, we use a header which has a geotagged image on it, which is something I'm going to get into shortly. This is a super searchable query that people might type in. And then throughout this, we're using custom home, remodel, energy efficient technology, dropping the location in here as well. Niagara on the Lake. You put maybe 2 of these up per month, and that's really going to help you grow as well. We also had another client, Kevin, mortgage broker. This is Kevin Ashcroft, no blood relation. You go to his blog here, and he stopped putting these up. What we found actually happened was his ranking on Google dropped pretty severely. He called us one day and he decided he didn't want to put blogs up anymore. And then he called me 2 months later, and his ranking on Google had dropped. So that was really educational for us to really see just how powerful blogs are. But if you're looking at these blogs, know your borrowing value, get a mortgage pre-approval. So that's something that people would really be searching online, like how do I get pre-approved for a mortgage pre-approvals. And then within that, we've dropped his location as well as all of these keywords that tied directly back to his website. Now moving on from the blog, we've got those geotagged images that I was talking about. So if we go back to Google and I type Steve Built back in, and we go to this section here, these posts. Yeah, view all. We try to put these up every couple weeks or so, like a couple every couple weeks, or you could do more, you could do less. But basically what you're doing is you're then repurposing that same blog, right? You're taking information out of that blog, you're putting it up as a Google post, and you're also putting one image, which is a geotagged image. And these updates, they always tie back to the website. So every single time there's an update that goes up, ties back to the website. So as far as geotagging goes with these photos that you're posting on Google to your Google account, you're gonna go to a website called geoimager.com, and you have to sign up for it. I think it's a few bucks a month. It's very inexpensive. Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna find a photo, Cedar Coast. So we'll plop that in there, and that client is in Bracebridge, which is Muskoka. So we'll type in Bracebridge. Then we have these two sections here. We've got keywords and we got tags. So for keywords, I've got a Steve Built folder in blog. I have blog assets. And so every time I do this geotag, I'm gonna copy all these keywords, which are anything that I would want someone to be searching for if they were looking for this builder. So contractor, construction, St. Catharines contractor, Niagara on the Lake, St. Catharines, renovation, remodel. I've just built out as many words and search queries as possible I can think of. I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna put it in the keywords and tags section. And then for the description, alt text, that's something that should describe what the photo is, and you can kind of exaggerate this and build it out. A photo of a Niagara contractor, Steve Built, who works in Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, and the Niagara region doing renovations, remodels, et cetera, et cetera. So same thing here, you're gonna be building this out with as many keywords as you possibly can that include the location and the type of product or service that you want people to find about you. And you're gonna paste that in there. And once that's in, you're gonna write the EXIF tags, and you're gonna download it. And to stay organized, just start a new folder, Google Posts, okay? And then, say you want to put up so many in November, you're going to do November, you're going to put that photo right in there. And then once it's time to upload that, you're basically going to refer back to those blogs that you wrote. You're going to find an excerpt from a blog that fits the image that you're putting up. You're going to upload the photo, and you're going to upload that blog text, add the button learn more to tie back to it. So that is geotagging and uploading those geotagged images to Google using the excerpts from your blogs as well as those photos that you've put into GeoImager and put geotags on. Now the last thing that you can do that's going to help you rank on Google completely free without spending any money on ads is actually using Instagram. So what you do is you open up the app and you're going to go to your feed. You're just going to grab posts that you've already put up. You can do this however often you want, once a week, once a day. You're gonna go down to the little airplane thing and you're gonna add it to your story. Now you're gonna drag up from the bottom, you're gonna tap location there, and I'm in Muskoka, so I'll put Muskoka, add location. Once you've touched the video that you've put up, it hides behind it, right? So you can do that same thing with hashtags. So, let's call it, first of all, Muskoka again, then we'll do video production, photographer, and marketing. You can fill this out as much as you want, and you can make it smaller so you can hide more behind it. Then once you tap that image again, now you have all that information on there and it's all hidden behind, right? So you just tap it, make it full screen. That is going to get absorbed into Google. You share it, and you just do that as many times as you feel like in a week. And that is everything that we have done to help one of our clients rank really well on Google. We've done this for a number of other clients as well, but these are the ones that have just had the best success with it because they give us a lot of money. Basically, you have to remember that you need a lot of reviews. So as many as you can get, go and you get that Get More Reviews button, grab that link, send it to your past clients. You need to do geotagged posting. So you're going to geotag your images. You're going to throw those up on Google as posts. You need to write blogs, and they need to be keyword heavy with a location built right into it. Keep in mind that social media actually does help. Any information you're putting on the internet, Google's going to take that and it's going to pass it out to the people who it thinks are going to find it valuable. So on Instagram, put your location, put hashtags that are relevant to the industry that you're in. And other than that, thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, then leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything else that you'd like me to expand on, and feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Is that okay?
I thought you like to sign off like Earl Nightingale.
I'm Jay Ashcroft. Thank you. I'm Jay Ashcroft. Thank you. Was that all right?